Hello everyone, my name is Griffin, and this is Stitching with the Griffin number 87. We are moving right along today. Got a little bit of a late start today. It's 11:22. I wanted to go ahead and finish up one of my projects, finish working on it for the day and for the week. And you'll find out why. I mean, you've already seen the title of this video. I had to think for a minute. But yes, I have a finish. I have a page finish. But I want to show you my side piece, for lack of a better word, first. I did get some more work done on this. But before I do that, I want to thank everyone who has, sorry, squirrel. Thank everyone who has joined, who has subscribed. I have a few new subscribers, and I welcome all of you. Thank you for joining me on this little trip. Well, it's going to be a lifelong trip if I have anything to do with it. But I want to thank you. I have subscribed to a bunch of folks also because I have enjoyed their channels. I don't share anybody that I do not subscribe to. For one, it makes it easier, and for two, I just don't. Maybe I should. Let me know in the comments below if you think that I should share even people that I don't personally find interesting, but that you might. And then I can do that. It'll be a little bit harder because if I don't subscribe, I don't think I can link to them, but I can put their names down there. So just let me know if that's what you want. Don't rely on me and what I say in my opinion to form your own, as basis for your opinion. Please check people out. Please read the books yourselves, or at least read the blurbs on the books for those that I mentioned. Same with TV shows or any movies that I mention. They are my opinion only, and I always encourage you to check it out, check everything out for yourselves so that you can form your own opinion. I am not an influencer. I do not want to be an influencer. I am very happy to just sit here in my own little corner of YouTube and make videos and have people subscribe if I'm, what they want to watch. But I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. I will suggest things, but ultimately you have the free will to do what you want. I guess that comes a lot from me being a Gen Xer. I was born in 1970, and I don't care if you do or you don't. I like when people subscribe to me. Who doesn't? But if you just leave me a comment, leave me a thumbs up, something, I appreciate that. And speaking of comments, I am behind on getting my comments responded to, but I am getting to them. And Exie, darling, I hope that your surgery went well and that your recovery is coming along well. I did see your messages. I also need to look through my emails to find your email, and so that I can send you my address again. But yeah, or however you want to do the chart you want to send me. I cannot talk today. Maybe I'll just answer some comments here. Marcy at Ankicoleman Studios. She's got her garden in. I am so jealous. I cannot garden even though I have a huge yard. I am not allowed to garden because it's not my property. And they don't want me tearing up their yard. Fair enough. But the rain that they've been getting up north, doing great with the crops. I'm sure it's doing great around here. In my particular situation with my yard, we have like a little creek coming through it. It's a little runoff that goes down into an actual water spill something or other that goes under the street. And it's deep enough and it stays long enough that we have an abundance of frogs and an abundance of mosquitoes and crickets and things like that. I mean, we've had like a virtual swamp in the yard too, in the grass and everything, because rain. It's been so much rain. And then I say all that and I complain a little bit, and then later on in the year we're going to have a drought. It happens. But no, we don't even really see mosquitoes. I've heard other people talking about mosquitoes. We have so many frogs in the yard that you don't see, but I think they eat the larvae of the mosquitoes, or eat before they even get out into the yard where we can see them. I mean, we're not in the yard because it's too, moist, too damp. The earthworms are having a great time. They're coming up, and during the hot days I feel bad because they're trying to cross the driveway, and the driveway gets hot because it's like 90 something degrees Fahrenheit right now. It gets a lot hotter than that, and these poor guys and girls, whatever they are, when they start to go across, they don't get very far before they're stuck in that hot concrete, on the hot concrete, and then of course they pass away and the ants have their fun. It's a whole life cycle going on here, folks. But great for Marcy. I do love watching her channel. Yes, Marcy, I do enjoy. She does her YouTube channel and her Instagram, and I lurk on Instagram more than I do anything else, and I really need to be doing other stuff on Instagram. In fact, I have had to set myself limits. But that's besides the point. Let's get back to what I was talking about originally before I just went off on a little waffle over there. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Or a returning viewer, you don't necessarily have to be a subscriber. But welcome back, and thank you for everyone for sitting here and joining me for a short time. Try to keep it short and sweet, or short and interesting at least. But yes, so thank you, and let's go to what you really want to see. This is the piece that I chose to do this past week. I have for those of you who are new, I have a decision wheel, and so I am working on this top book right here. This is a Janlynn that I got from Walmart because a coworker of mine suggested it. She was shopping with me. She's like, "Oh, look, that's something you could do." So there it is. It is called Love Is. I just call it Stack of Books myself, but it is a kit. It is a 10-inch by 10-inch. It has 14 count Aida fabric, and their cotton floss, their own brand of cotton floss. It's basically DMC colors, so it's easy to cross over if I run out of something. But that's what it looks like, and as I said, I'm up here. I'm doing 2/1 full cross, and I'll get it out. I had to put my before I put this leaf in, I had to put my needle minder up here so I'd know which way was up. So not a huge amount compared to everything else, but here we go. Let's see here. Put this behind it so I can put this over. Okay, so there we go. And this is what I got done. This is several strands of that color. It's coming along well. I'm not in a rush to finish this, but like I said, and I don't, for those of you who are new, and I'll keep saying this, I hope those of you who are returning subscribers don't get upset with me too much, but I don't count my stitches. I don't. I get too involved in the project and completely forget. I do not have Pattern Keeper. This is a paper pattern, by the way, because it is a kit. I don't use Pattern Keeper. I don't use much technology at all. If you're new, you'll realize I am like extremely low tech. I'm recording in my bedroom, and there's no green screen or anything because I don't have one. But yeah, so that is me, and that is my side piece. Now I have 2 focus pieces that I switch off back and forth week to week, and I might change that next year, but I'm going to continue with it for this year. And I do have a page finish. Everyone's favorite so far, The Magic of Books by Charting Creations Designs. The artist is Northup. I am doing this on 16 count Natural Aida, I think. I have 2, I think it's 16 count. It'll be in the description box below if you want the actual details for it. But that's what I'm doing it on. And sorry, I'm on page 4, so I'm over here doing this part right here, the little part of the last half of that moth and the first half of this moth, and then all this back here. And once again, colors are popping on this. They did a very good job with the way that they charted this and the color choices, I think. I would probably not do it on Natural Aida, even though it is a full coverage piece, which I really enjoy, but I think I would do it on a darker background, darker fabric, just to help hide the white in the stitches. But there I am, finished all of that, got this last bit over here, did that, and you can actually see this better, in here rather than in the book, I mean on the picture. But yeah, so there's the bookshelf. And then it's kind of got this little fuzzy, foggy look. But that's because the big book is right down here. So it's like in this area. There's the moth for the other side. And I'm excited. That's a page finish. Finally. And the reason why I didn't finish it last night is because these moths are very heavy, confetti heavy. I mean, seriously. Very, very heavy, like 20 some colors in one small section, and I just couldn't do it. I had worked that day, and it was just like too much for my poor brain. I was done after finishing the big part of the big moth, anyway, and I just couldn't bring myself to work on the second moth. Even that small part, and even in that small part, there's like 10 or 12 colors, maybe a little bit more than that. And I am rolling up my fabric. I have decided to roll it inside out to try to protect the front now that it's getting so long. So it's a double roll. Anyway, so that's that. I did work on my secret stitch, and I am now a third of the way done. And I say that because maybe closer to like half, but only of the front. I have the window open a little bit, so you may hear animals. We have birds, but it's got a front and a back, and I'm working on the front, and I have almost half of the front done. So there's that. So that was what I did for this past week. Next week I will be returning to the Map of Middle Earth, which is by Ankicoleman Designs. There's no artist with that. Also, before I move on to and talk more about that, The Magic of Books is done 2/1 full cross with the call for DMC floss. So with this one, I am up here on page 1. It was restart. So I'm still up here on page 1, and this is seriously confetti heavy in space in a lot of places. And so I'm in the little gulf up here in the corner. I do have this edge done, as you'll see. It is also rolled up. Now this one is either 16 count or 18 count. I don't remember between the two, but its information is in the description box below too. This fabric is still very stiff compared to the other one, but the other one I've moved around a lot. This one not so much. So eventually it'll get loose. It'll get softer. I stitch in hand, if you haven't noticed. Most things I stitch in hand. There are a few things that I am not stitching in hand because I need the tension, and I need to make sure that my stitches are, you know, nice. But anyway, so here I am. There we are. And this is where I was the last time you saw it. I finished this and I had started these couple of stitches there. You can't really tell they're there. It's very light colored, and this light of mine is horrible right now. But yes, so I will be continuing the next section of page 1, and it's going to be done 2/1 full cross with call for DMC colors. The stitch count on this one is 320 by 240. And for books, the stitch count is 350 by 437. So not small pieces at all. In fact, the Magic of Books is 36 pages, and I think the map of Middle Earth is like 24, maybe, I think. It doesn't have a layout the way that the Magic of Books does, so I'm not really sure. I can't find the layout if they sent me one, but yeah, my little smiley face. But yeah, so that's what I'll be starting next week. Actually, I'll be starting that later today, probably. Start working on that. Also, let's do the decision wheel before I forget, because I will. This will choose what small project I do next week. Let me turn the sound off and adjust the lighting. I don't think you guys really want to hear this decision wheel real loud. And let's adjust the light so we can actually see. Okay, I think it's okay. Oh. Sorry, I'm going to adjust the light now. Little bit. My tablet, this is about as techy as I get right now. Okay, so let's choose that. Alright, here we go. Come on, there we go. Well, it didn't go very far. Horse. Oh, my carousel horse. Okay, let me dig that one out. Where'd he go? Alright, I was not expecting this to come up. This is my birthday stitch, and I decided after I finished not finished page 3, but close on page 3, that I would go ahead and add it to my rotation until the end of the year, and if it was not finished by the end of the year, that I would take it back off rotation and have it as my birthday stitch for 2027. So this is what it looks like right now. This is being done on, I want to say 14 count Aida. And let me show you what it looks like when it's done. I gotta get the book out. I have the dust cover, I just didn't put it back on. But this is the dust cover for it. It's Carousel Horses in Cross Stitch by Donna Cooler. And I can bring it out here. This book is from 1994 or 95. I think it's 94. And it's called Mother's May Fancy. So this is what it looks like when it's done. I'm using the called for DMC colors and the called for fabric, which, let me read that real quick because I keep forgetting which fabric it's on. I think it's 14 count Aida, black Aida. Yes, 14 count black Aida. And so as I said, here we go. It's just the border right now. Oop, I have this turned the wrong way, don't I? Yes. Okay, yeah. I finished half of it. So this is page 1 and page 2. This is page 3 and page 4. Actually, in the book, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's not how I started it, so yeah. There we go. So let me show you that again real quick. He keeps wanting to go to the June horse, which is pretty. June horse is pretty. Okay, so here we go. So I have finished the back side of the horse. Now I'm going to do the front side of the horse. And I did not do this little bit. I'm not that girly. So I'm going to do this. What do I plan on doing? Whatever I can. I am probably going to start with this and work my way that way so that I keep my stitch counts correct and, you know, make everything, because I had to frog this a couple of times. Well, I had to frog all of the fan once because I was off by 2 stitches, and I didn't realize it till I had that fan almost completely done, and I was like, ah. And I could not budget because everything else was just getting all wonky. So I am happy about that. That's actually going to make me very happy to work on. Let me put it back in its... Here's all the colors for it. Put it back in its case, or in its little bag here. Make sure I've got my needle. I lost my needle last time. Still haven't found it. I have not sat on it, so that's good. Okay, that needs to go up. I'm trying to keep everything organized over here so I don't lose things. Okay, so that's that. Then it's going to be the carousel horse and the map of Middle Earth for this week. And don't think I have anything else. I don't have any shout outs. I don't have any books. Let me close this off. I am binge watching Vera. I started it way back when it started, and but off and on I've missed, you know, for various reasons. And it's her, I think she just finished her last year, or she might have done that last year, I don't know. But it's ended. The series is done. And so before I watch the final episodes, I want to go ahead and binge watch it and get all caught up, and then, you know, and have all the feels, and then when it's ending, then, you know, I can end it properly in my mind. But I'm happy that she is already, the actress that plays Vera already has a new series, a new television series, and she doesn't play a very, I mean, she's not a cop. Her business is, I think it's called A Woman of Worth, or something. I'll have to look at it. But you see her smile more. She's a little happier. She's helping people get revenge, apparently, from what I'm seeing of the trailers. I haven't watched it yet because I want to finish Vera first. Vera didn't laugh that much. She didn't smile that much. But then she was also a cop. She was driven. You know, the whole thing. It was her character. but it'll be nice to see her in something new, and I'm glad that she has more work. It's going to be interesting to watch this new show she has. I started watching Spider Noir on Amazon. It's a television show with Nicolas Cage in it as the main character. He plays a Spider-Man in 1930s, 1920s, 1930s. I'm guessing it's like New York. It's wherever Spider-Man lives. And he starts the show by saying that someone told him he was living in an alternate universe or something like that. So apparently Spider Noir must be like a offshoot of the regular MCU franchise. They took a reference, you know, how do you say it? Hang on. So Doctor Strange went to all these different different universes. Spider-Man's been to all these different universes. Wolverine's, so apparently Spider-Man met Spider Noir briefly during one of his little time jaunts or whatever, dimension hopping. And anyway, so they decided to do an offshoot of it. Spider-Man, or Spider Noir is what he's called. He's not called Spider-Man. I think they call him like the Man Spider or something. But he is an older guy. I mean, Nicolas Cage looks like he's in his 50s. He looks his age. But he is like Tobey Maguire, I want to say, where the webs come out of him. He doesn't have the little, what they call them? I know what they call them. The web shooters. He doesn't need those. He just, out they go. He has all of Spider-Man's other gifts, not so much the spider strength, so, but, I mean, he still gets his butt whooped just like all the other Spider-Men. But, he does have the spider sense, but apparently it gives him headaches when he has it. He doesn't respond to it as well as the others do. So, luckily, he's not exactly like all the other spiders. So it makes it interesting to watch him. Plus, it's set in the 30s, and he wears a suit. I mean, an actual suit. And everything, very low tech, all that. So yeah, and he's a private eye. He's a private investigator in that. So that even made it, made me chuckle. But I like Nicolas Cage, so I'm watching that too when I have a chance. Don't get a chance to watch much of anything, and if I have a choice, I always watch Vera first. So there's that. And I have one last thing to show you. I'm almost at the 30-minute mark. I do diamond art, for those of you who don't know. But this is my most recent. This is one I've been working on, and I've shown this before. But as you can tell, the body is the body is complete. Got a little bit of his neck left. Got his face and his head, and then the butterfly. And I've already started on the butterfly. And on his face and head, his eyes are done. Almost completely done. I think there's a little bit left, the darker blue, but he's not really sparkly, which is fine. I mean, he does have some sparkle, you can't tell in this light, but yeah, so he's coming along well. I do not know who did this. This was given to me. And the packaging did not have like the name of the company. It just had this on here. So, I mean, it was given to me, so I don't know where it came from. I have another one, and the one that I have that I'm going to be starting on, I'm also going to flatten this out as soon as I'm done with it, I'm going to completely flatten it out. I know it's not completely flat, and people are going, oh my god, but no. I'll completely flatten it out before I put the sealer on it, and then I'll put the sealer on it and put it away until I can get it framed. But I think it's cool. I love Cheshire, the original Cheshire cat, this Cheshire too, and I wish that they would do art for Alice McGee's, American McGee's, not Alice McGee's, American McGee's Alice in Wonderland, both games. Yeah, I think there's only two versions, the original and then Return to Madness, I think it's the second one. The Cheshire Cat is darker, he's bald, completely bald, tattooed, beringed, I mean, attitude out of this world. But yeah, if anybody knows, if anybody's got that kind of artwork, let me know. But that's it for this week, folks. No shout outs, I'm sorry, no book reviews or movie reviews. If you're interested, watch Vera. She's on BritBox, and you can get BritBox without having Amazon Prime or having Amazon at all. They have their own little streamer now, so you can get that. I have it on my tablet, so I have a chance to watch that while I'm relaxing. But that's it, folks, and thank you for stopping in, and I will see you on the flip side.